traveling via aeroplanes for long distances has been the most preferred mode of travel for decades now. The long distances which we cover in such a short time with the help of the magnificent metal birds, also a long-lasting impact on our environment being left behind is a huge concern. The global aviation sector has given the green light for the net zero carbon dioxide emissions by the year 2050 in order to meet the Paris Agreement goal of limiting global warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius above the pre-industrial levels. And now countries will have to stake out their positions at the UN meeting, where delegates of the 193 member countries of the International Civil Aviation Organization will convene starting today until the 7th of October. As these delegates fly out to Montreal, headquarters of the UN agency in Canada, air transport will be in the spotlight for its outsized role in the climate crisis. The Assembly will consider an adjustment of its carbon offsetting mechanism as well as review its long-term objective of reducing the net aviation emissions by mid-century. The proposal for that will be subject to a majority of vote. However, in the present situation, it does not seem to be assured against a backdrop of diplomatic stiffening and the energy crisis. According to diplomatic sources, only China, the main thrust of global growth in air travel, is really opposed to it, along with Russia, as these countries prefer a 2060 horizon. Moreover, it is estimated that to cut down on these emissions, an investment of around $1.5 billion is required between 2021 and 2050, as currently the aviation sector is responsible for 2.5% to 3% of the global carbon dioxide emissions. And there is another reason why there is a need to cut down on the emissions. According to the European Federation for Transport and Environment, only 5% of the world's population is flying. In addition, 50% of airline emissions come from the 1% of the travelers who fly the most. While as these talks take place, efforts are being made to move towards a greener solution. Carriers are switching to renewable biofuels, which will help them to reach their goal to reduce 65% of their emissions, as well as improving airline operational efficiencies. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the news on the move.